name is Pernille Madsen, and I'm from lawofattractionsavvy.com. I meet a lot of people who seem to be very frustrated about the law of attraction, and I can easily relate to that because I can remember how I felt myself. The first 1 or 2 years when I started learning and practicing the law of attraction, oh yes, I had moments of happiness and of satisfaction and joy when I knew that something was, one of my wishes came true because of myself. When I knew this was my own manifestation, this was something I deliberately created, that felt great. But most of the time I actually felt frustrated, and a lot of the time I felt awfully frustrated. Really, it really wasn't feeling good. And that's what I see in a lot of other people also now. I even considered giving up on the law of attraction several times, and I do meet people who tell me that, well, if this stuff really works, why haven't I gotten this or that, and why can I make this work in one area or not, and not in others, and does this really work, and how can I make it work? And I see so much frustration. So I've been thinking a lot about and wondering why we seem to get so frustrated. And I actually think I've come up with an answer, and I would really like to share that with you. As I see it, it's like we have two different philosophies. The one is the traditional way of living life, the way most of us were brought up and trained and what we have practiced most of our life. And the other is what we could call the metaphysical way or the spiritual way. It's the way, at least it's the philosophy where we apply the law of attraction, or the principle behind the law of attraction, deliberately. And those are two completely different philosophies, and let me just share a few of the differences. In the traditional way of living life, we base most of our decision, or we base mostly everything on logic and reason. Whereas when we talk about the law of attraction, we talk about feelings and vibrations. In the traditional way of seeing life, there's not enough. There's not enough money, there are not enough jobs, there is not enough food. So we compete with each other, and if I want to get rich, someone else must get poor. Whereas when we talk about the law of attraction, we learn that there's enough, there's plenty, there's enough of everything to everyone. When we want to achieve our goals, whatever we want to achieve, in the traditional way, we learn that it takes hard work. It takes a lot of hard work, and when it doesn't feel good anymore, we just must bite our teeth and continue, because without hard work we will never get to where we want. Whereas when we talk about the law of attraction, it's all about handling or managing our vibration. It's about how we feel and about how we vibrate. So we have to feel already now as if we have already achieved our goals, as our wishes have already come true, and that's a completely different thing. And in the traditional way of seeing life, we also learn that things outside ourselves have a lot of influence. For instance, right now there's this crisis, so we make that the reason why a lot of people lose their job, why it's hard to get a new job, why a lot of people lose their houses, why many companies must close down, and all that. So it's something coming from the exterior. Whereas when we talk about the law of attraction, it's the opposite. It's about what happens inside of us. It's about how we feel and how we vibrate. So getting a new job, again, has nothing to do with the crisis. It's about our feelings and vibration and being a vibrational match to it. So it's something it's something inside. And there are a lot of other differences. This was just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. And how, the way I see it is that a lot of us, we come from this traditional way of seeing life, and we want to get over to this spiritual way where our thoughts and feelings have a lot of influence, and where we can deliberately create what happens in our life. So it's like a journey to get from here to there. And it's a very interesting journey, but also a very frustrating journey, because what happens is that in the beginning we try to understand this from this. You see, those two are not compatible. You cannot have them at the same time. But all our habits, all our beliefs come from this. All our automatic thoughts come from this. Our whole frame of reference is this. So when we try to understand this, applying this, it leads to frustration, because it's impossible to understand this out from this point of reference. But this is very natural. This is how we have to shift a lot of our beliefs. We have to create new habits. We have to, have new other automatic thoughts, and we have to, get a whole new frame of reference. But this takes time. It's not something we can do like this. It takes a lot of time, and that's okay when we know it. So when we get to the middle, it gets less frustrating. As I see it, I'm here right now. And I guess that's why I don't feel frustrated anymore at all. And I've probably been here the last, 6 months or so. I really feel a deep understanding of how the law of attraction works, and I mostly get what I want, and I don't feel frustrated, because my new frame of reference is this, more or less. And the 6 months before that, I was probably in this area, and the frustration was less. It was very clearly that there's not so much frustration. But as long as we are in this area, there is a lot of frustration. And I think a lot of people get stuck here and give up while they're here, and that's such a shame. I'm convinced that if someone at the beginning, when I started learning about the law of attraction, had told me that now you're going out on this journey, and it might easily apply a lot of frustration for you, but it's simply because of this. It's natural. Don't make a big deal out of it. Just keep learning, keep practicing. The frustration will get less and less until finally it will disappear. I'm sure that would have actually led to less frustration for me, and I really hope this is helpful for you.